We all love food, but how much do we really know about what's inside it? Today, we're peeling back the labels and revealing the surprising and sometimes disgusting secrets behind popular snacks. Some of these will shock you, some might gross you out, and a few just might change how you eat forever. Let's talk about something many people believe is a health miracle: coconut oil. You might even have a giant jar of it sitting in your kitchen right now, ready to be tossed into smoothies, coffee, or drizzled over roasted veggies. Coconut oil has been hyped as a natural, flavorful alternative to other fats, and because it comes from a coconut, people assume it's automatically healthy. But here's the truth: just because it's natural doesn't mean it's harmless. Coconut oil is actually a saturated fat, and overusing it can cause problems for your heart and health. While it can be a better option than trans fats or some processed oils, the key is moderation. Health experts generally recommend no more than 2 tablespoons per day, and even that's pushing it for some diets. Coconut oil might help replace worse fats, but overdoing it can still raise your bad cholesterol and tip your diet into dangerous territory. So before you assume you can slather it on everything guilt-free, remember, even the healthiest looking ingredients have limits. It's not about cutting it out, it's about knowing how much is too much. The marshmallows. You're sitting around a campfire with friends or family, the flames flickering, and it's time for s'mores. You've got the chocolate, the graham crackers, and of course, the marshmallows. Those fluffy, sweet treats we've all grown up loving. From roasting them over a fire to watching them melt in hot cocoa, marshmallows are pure nostalgia. But here's what most people don't realize: that cloud-like texture comes from gelatin, a substance made by boiling down the skin, bones, and connective tissue of cows and pigs left over from the meat industry. So yes, there's technically meat in your marshmallow, even if it's completely flavorless and hidden in the process. That makes them off limits for vegetarians, vegans, and some religious diets. And let's not forget, they're basically just sugar and processed fluff, offering almost zero nutritional value. So the next time you bite into one thinking it's a harmless treat, remember, it's not just sweet and soft, it's also a byproduct of the meat industry and far from a healthy snack. Fun? Absolutely. Innocent? Not so much. Canned vegetables. We've already tackled canned vegetables, but canned mushrooms deserve their own warning, and it's more disturbing than you think. When given the choice between fresh and canned, always go fresh, because with the canned kind, you might not just be getting mushrooms. That's right, thanks to the messy, large-scale process of harvesting and packaging, it's possible for worms, maggots, and other tiny pests to end up sealed in the can with your food. And here's the real kicker: the FDA actually allows a certain amount of these extras as long as they stay under a set limit. So yes, you could open a can expecting mushrooms and instead get an unwanted surprise. And because these things are considered safe in small amounts, companies don't have to tell you they're there. It's not about flavor or nutrients, it's about what you're willing to risk putting in your body. Sure, the canned version might last longer, but that shelf life comes with an unsettling cost. Bottom line, if you don't want to play Mr. Meat Roulette, stick with fresh mushrooms, because no one really wants to open a can of worms. Pringles. Pringles, the chip with the iconic tube, the catchy slogan, and a story that's just as strange as its ingredients. You might love how neatly they're stacked or how addictive that crunch is, but here's the twist. Pringles aren't made from real potatoes. Instead, they're a processed blend of corn, rice, wheat, and artificial flavorings. This mixture is formed into that familiar curved shape, fried and dusted with various powdered flavors. And yes, their flavor lineup is legendary, ranging from sour cream to bizarre one-off combos. But don't be fooled by the convenience or the fun packaging. Inside that cheerful can lies something more unsettling. Pringles contain acrylamide, a chemical that forms during high-temperature frying and has been linked to serious health risks, including potential carcinogenic effects. Add to that the artificial additives and lack of natural ingredients, and suddenly that innocent chip can feels a little more dangerous. Even the creator of Pringles was so obsessed he requested to have his ashes buried in a Pringles can. So sure, once you pop, the fun might not stop, but maybe it should after the first couple chips. It's kind of surprising we've made it this far without diving into candy, especially something as popular as Skittles. These colorful little bites are iconic, fun, fruity, and hard to stop eating once you start. But behind that rainbow of flavor lies some unsettling truths. For starters, the red dye used in red Skittles, it can come from crushed insects, specifically cochineal beetles, which are often used to make certain red food colorings. That alone might make you think twice before tossing another handful into your mouth. But it doesn't stop there. Skittles, along with Starburst and countless other candies marketed to kids, contain titanium dioxide, a chemical used to enhance colors and brightness. While still legal in the US, it's been banned by the European Union, which no longer considers it safe for human consumption. So, what's sweet on the surface might be hiding some bitter facts underneath. This doesn't mean you can't ever enjoy them again, but it does mean you should enjoy them in strict moderation, because tasting the rainbow shouldn't come with unknown risks. If I told you microwave popcorn isn't healthy, you'd probably shrug and say, well, duh. But the truth goes deeper than just extra butter and salt. The real concern isn't the popcorn itself, it's the bag it comes in. Most microwave popcorn bags are lined with PFCs, perfluorinated compounds, which are great at resisting grease and keeping oil from leaking. Sounds useful, right? The problem is, when heated, these PFCs break down into PFAS, a chemical that's been linked to cancer in multiple studies. Once that popcorn starts popping, those chemicals can leach into your snack and from there, straight into your body. It's not just an urban legend, it's serious enough that many manufacturers have faced pressure to change their packaging. While not every bag contains these compounds today, plenty still do. So the next time you reach for that easy movie night treat, just know you're potentially trading convenience for chemical exposure. Real popcorn? Great. Microwave popcorn in chemical-lined bags? Maybe not worth the risk. Ketchup might seem like a simple topping, but in today's world, it plays a huge role in our diets. From burgers and fries to steaks and hot dogs, ketchup is everywhere, and people can't get enough of its sweet, tangy taste. But beneath its tomato-based image lies a sugary, salty mix loaded with high fructose corn syrup. That's where the problem begins. Eating too much ketchup can lead to serious health issues like obesity, insulin resistance, fatty liver disease, and high triglycerides. So next time you reach for that red bottle, take a moment to read the label first. It doesn't stop at sugar and salt. Overusing ketchup can lead to even more issues like high blood pressure, mineral imbalances, joint pain, and even heart disease. That tasty squeeze on your burger could slowly be doing damage, especially if it's a regular habit. The message here isn't to ditch ketchup completely, it's about moderation. A little won't hurt, but drowning your food in it every day is a recipe for health trouble. So enjoy your burger, but keep your health in check. Let's talk about the hot dog, a staple of cookouts, ball games, and childhood nostalgia. It's iconic, a tube of meat nestled in a bun, topped with mustard, ketchup, or maybe some relish if you're feeling fancy. But beneath all that comfort food charm lies a troubling truth. Up to 80% of the calories in a regular hot dog come from fat, and not the good kind, saturated fat. The stuff that's been linked to heart disease, clogged arteries, and even cancer. In fun fact, the dictionary oddly classifies it as a type of taco, which only adds to the confusion around what we're really eating. But it's not just the meat stick you have to worry about. Most people don't eat a hot dog plain. You're adding refined buns, sugary sauces, and maybe even cheese or chili, turning it into a nutritional nightmare. We get it. Hot dogs taste good, and one isn't going to ruin your life, but it's worth pausing before tossing a few back at your next barbecue. Sometimes knowing what's really in your food is enough to make you slow down, even if it doesn't make you stop. Let's end this wild ride with something sweet. Ice cream, everyone's favorite dessert. It's no secret that ice cream is loaded with sugar, fat, and calories, making it an easy target for health concerns when eaten in excess. But that's not what we're calling out today. No, this time the twist lies in the ingredients that help store-bought ice cream stay so perfectly scoopable. Ever notice how homemade ice cream needs time to soften, but the store-bought kind is ready to dish out instantly? That's because it contains a surprising additive, antifreeze, specifically food-grade propylene glycol. This chemical is used to keep the ice cream soft, even when it's kept at sub-zero temperatures. The FDA considers it safe, so companies don't have to warn you that it's there. But just the idea of eating something found in car coolant might be enough to make you think twice about your next bowl. So there you have it, the last course in a lineup of shocking food truths. Are you forever tainted by how your favorite foods are made, or are you willing to ignore the methods in favor of the flavor? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to check out the other jaw-dropping content we've got waiting. See you next time. Hit the bell or risk a centipede surprise tonight